What's up, everybody? We're back again halfway through the year and super excited to roll out our latest Kaizen update for the end of July.
Yeah, some really exciting stuff going on. We have just one anniversary this month, but very cool guy, Parov, owns a couple of locations, Boston, Wilmington. He's been popping off in the Slack with some really awesome stories about his tenacity. So 1 year in, and I know he's going to be just crushing it moving forward.
For sure, man. I just the amount he's grown in 12 months in his mindset and the stuff even that like other franchisees have learned from him. Really cool, and love having him as part of the network.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. In fact, you guys want to meet Parov live?
Yeah.
Yeah, so excited. We can't wait to do this. We'll continue to talk about MaidThis live between now and October, and that is coming so fast. I can't even tell you. Again, we've announced the theme. This is grind to growth. What an incredible time to get together face to face. No matter where you are in your franchise journey, this is always going to be worth your time and money. Right now, guys, in fact, tomorrow, by the time this gets released to the franchise network, the ticket prices will increase. So you'll see us pushing some information on that. The biggest thing is to go out and grab your hotel room. We are in the midst of ordering and planning and doing all of the really nitty-gritty, fantastic things, which means we need to know a head count. So if you hear from Dan or I pressuring you on that, you'll know why. In fact, Neil released this month. We've got Richard, I'm going to butcher his last name, so I won't say it, but the former CEO of MaidPro is actually coming live to talk. What a cool opportunity. Really excited about this. This is something that I think a lot of franchisees will have some cool experiences and insight from.
Absolutely. I'm really excited. MaidPro, massive franchise, right? To have the guy, Richard Spara, CEO. Maybe that's how we say it. No, I'm so excited to meet this guy and hear the wealth of knowledge that he has.
Yeah,
so I'll be there.
Yep. Awesome. Look at this guy. Look at Steven.
Yeah, Steven never ages. Steven has been providing so much great content in the community marketing channel, but beyond that, Steven's been driving around like most of the summer, meeting with different franchisees. So if you have ideas about like, hey, what's working in the different markets around the US? What could I try for community marketing? You could start with the community marketing channel and see his really detailed write-ups. However, Steven is on your team. So you can set up a meeting with him. His calendar link is floating around all the time. He puts it's kind of like his tagline in everything that he writes. He's like, book a meeting with me. And Steven will help you get community marketing set up in your market. So if you haven't met with him in a while and you're thinking about it, book a calendar. He wants to talk to you and help you kind of grow in the community marketing area.
Yeah, for sure. And you'll see some things here that tend to pop up time and again, especially recently. So Steven's the guy that can walk you through this. And depending on your location, depending on your strengths, depending on your time capacity, there's so many different levers you could pull in the community marketing realm. And Steven's the guy to really like dive into that and help you build out a plan. Yeah, the other thing that's been really cool this month is we've had a lot of big wins shared in the Slack channel. So we thought it would be really fun to call a couple of these out. Be really clear, this is not all of them. There's just a few. Denver hit the best PR for weekly sales that they've had. Denver, who's been in the system the longest. How fun is that to hear? Really pumped for those guys. Baltimore hit 400 Google reviews. It's huge. I don't even know if they have anything less than like a 4-star. I mean, these guys crush it. They are so dedicated to not only their cleaners, but their customers, and it's reflective in their Google reviews. One of the other really cool wins they shared with the system is they just booked or signed up 192 unit property. That's insane. The kind of like revenue that's going to increase for them. So I think the other one that's really cool is Chattanooga. Matt and Courtney, who've been in the system, oh man, less than 6 months. They broke the record for the fastest location to hit 10K. It was within 3 months from launch. These guys, like, not only do they have Chattanooga, they have Cincinnati too. It's really cool to see what they've done, just putting their head down and like doing the work. It's really impressive.
Yeah, everyone in the system's impressive, and these are just a small bite. So next slide here is actually really cool. Big wins for like personal life, right? The Freedom vehicle that has MaidThis has provided our Milwaukee franchisees with the ability to buy this awesome tow behind freaking camper, like, renovated and spend half the year in Florida. Like, they're making their dreams come true, with the cleaning business and everything else that they've been doing. So really awesome win there as well with some tangible results.
Yeah, man. And let's talk about another really cool win. This is Zucchini, guys. This is Dan's new pup. How cool is that? I think that's fun. Meet the new MaidThis mascot, right? We're probably gonna put them all over the marketing materials. So really gonna take advantage of
depending on how wide this frame is when it gets posted. I think he's behind me. Yeah, he's ripping up the carpet. So
yeah, it's cool.
Maybe
It's
maybe
fantastic.
we'll see him in the back there.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, franchisee roundtables every month. This last one in July, we actually had El Capitan Neil join up and kind of break down his operations, pretty much everything behind the scenes of his Los Angeles location. Probably one of our most attended and longest roundtables of all time, fully recorded, and it is in Notion. In the sidebar, you'll see the roundtable section. The cool part about this is such a great response. We learned so much that now in August, Neil is having his general manager come on for operations and sales, Lisa, and she's going to be doing our August roundtable too. So a little bit more granular. We can get a little more granular on that call and ask her all the questions that we have about the day-to-day ops and sales. So really excited for that.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think more and more too, we're seeing franchisees build their own internal teams. And so to learn from Lisa and to learn from what that's looked like with her role at LA, I think it's going to be really invaluable. Yeah. In fact, here's Neil again talking about the internal podcast. If you guys remember Stephen earlier in the presentation, Stephen and Neil knocked several of these out each month. Just a couple that they did and this is just for franchisees. This is our internal stuff. This doesn't get shared outside of us. We talk about that journey from glee to we, which is a really interesting and pretty accurate study in terms of what a franchisee's life cycle looks like. There's a Hype Train podcast where Neil talks about how pumped he is for MaidThis Live and everything that holds and that offers for franchisees. So again, some really excellent content that's put out just for our franchisees. You guys can find that as well within Notion and also back to the Slack channels. Cracking the code. Guys, we'll continue to talk about this. We are going to invest in test marketing strategies for franchisees. We love to partner with people. We love to test things out, see what's working, what's not. Some of the stuff you guys have seen before. The biggest updates here, we did test out Reddit SEO. That does work. And there's a strategy that Neil has shared. It's something that we don't have to necessarily use a vendor for. That is a little bit more grassroots digital marketing, if you like. That we have an SOP for it. We have guidelines from Neil. The other thing on here that really hasn't panned out, we tried another cold calling vendor. We said, okay, Cohesive AI has been so successful for us from a cold email standpoint, really reaching that commercial market. Could we combine that with some cold calling? And you know what? So far, that's not really panned out in terms of the ROI for it. So again, just being transparent with you guys. We want to share what we're testing, what we're looking at. And when things get approved and things do move forward, it's important that we push it out to you. Yeah, and then we'll go tech roundup, guys. Eric Horacio, that team is constantly working on stuff for you guys behind the scene. This is just like a smattering of the stuff they do. Every month they're doing rainmakers, they're doing newsletters, they're making sure new franchisees are taken care of and that any updates to Go High Level are implemented. We just rolled out Go High Level 3.0. Coming up is Go High Level 4.0. So that's another area that we will continue to invest. In fact, when you're working with Dan and I, you'll hear us ask more often, let's talk about your Go High Level. What's the health check there? Are you doing everything you need to in the system to make sure you're getting the most out of it? That CRM is a huge asset, and these guys are maintaining it for you. We've also got a handful of fixes and tech tickets that they're knocking out on a regular basis. And then really excited about an AI receptionist bot that we're rolling out as well. So just like the tip of the iceberg for what those guys do.
I'm so excited for the AI receptionist bot to turn my ads on 24/7, right? I think a lot of people have been waiting for that. So really cool to see the tech.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting that taken care of.
Yeah, the old marketing dashboard.
Yeah, this is amazing. So this was demoed actually on Neil's roundtable, and this is pretty much the heart and the data of your business, right? There's two things that this is taking information from: your Go High Level, which we just talked about a minute ago, in terms of your leads, where they came from, how much money you're making on those leads, what you're converting at, what's the lifetime value of a customer. If you've ever felt really like overwhelmed with tracking all this stuff, it's going to port in information from Go High Level as you book cleanings. It's also going to give you financial health kind of a checkup as long as you are maintaining your CapForge as well. So CapForge, your accounting, all they ask you to do every month is fill out some TBDs. If there's a couple of things they don't know where that money went, 5-10 minutes. The great part about this is not only is it a great tool for you to get a really quick look at your health of your business, but on our coaching calls too, you won't have to like deliver all these reports or worry, hey, this isn't done. As long as you are keeping your Go High Level nice and clean and categorizing all those leads, and you're doing your TBDs and your financials in CapForge every month, this data will be extremely accurate. So just another cheat code, right? Cutting down the time that we're spending on all this tracking.
Yeah, for sure. And being able to compare across the different locations and establish benchmarks and say, okay, these are trends that we're
What's
seeing.
working, right? Like here's the marketing that's working right now. That those levers change so often to be able to have a real-time look at where the bulk of the leads are coming from in different markets. It's invaluable.
Absolutely. So super stoked about that. And just like what Dan said, I think CapForge is a really great tool that everybody has to use, that bookkeeper, and being forced to do it, because it is something that we want to hand off, but it is still that you have a role and responsibility as a business owner.
Look, hand way up, hand up accountability here. I'm bad about it. If you're like me and you're watching this and you're bad about getting them the TBDs, this is inaccurate. So take it from me. Don't be me.
We can get that fixed. So that's the whole point of it too. We'll keep pushing you guys on it. But super excited about this really cool tool that we're rolling out.
Me too.
Another tool and another like theme. And, I think Dan, you've actually been using this yourself a little bit. Sagan Passport. Dan, you want to explain a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so I signed up with this recently. Grace, who's someone that works with the MaidThis franchise, made a post in Slack, and I kind of got buried, right? I didn't even know this existed. But really what it is, this Sagan talent pool are pre-vetted virtual assistants, remote team members for you. This is just a quick screenshot of the top here, but as you scroll down, there's literally hundreds of candidates for you to choose from. You just hit invite to interview, and it couldn't be any easier. You can sort them by their specific skills on the resume. Say you're looking for sales or customer service or operations. And they even have little videos or pre-interview videos that you can watch, plus a resume. So every single candidate you can get a feel for with their resume, plus you can watch a video about how they are going to be on camera or over the phone, hear their voice. This is absolutely invaluable. And yeah, I'm currently using it. It's fantastic. All you have to do is message Grace on Slack. So if you're watching this and you don't know what to do, reach out to me or Jenny, right? We'll point you in the right direction. And it took an hour for me to get in here. I didn't have to do anything. Just took an hour after I sent the message and I was ready to interview. So it was very cool.
No cost to franchisees. This is something that we're carrying and give you guys access to. So.
Right.
Yeah. Just another like FYI in terms of like resources and things you have. This has popped up a couple of times recently because we do have a vendor, an online mall, who has all sorts of branded gear. Dan is modeling it excellently right now, for example. It's called Queensboro. You can go out to Notion and search for that, and it's going to get you access. There's a flat shipping rate. They do deals every week in terms of a certain % off. So just want to keep that at the forefront too for franchisees looking for, some new branded gear. With that, we always want to end it. How can we support you better? So to our franchisees, you guys know that's the heart of this. We want to know what we could do differently and do better. And that's how we decide what projects and what things we prioritize based on your needs.
Yeah, fantastic. Looking forward to hearing from you guys about everything we talked about today. And thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, see you guys next time.